Tiffany, and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade. Thank you so much for joining in with me today. Today's video is all about that Black Friday haul. We have shopped all weekend, and what do we have to show for it? So in today's video, I will show you what I picked up sewing-wise and tell you how much I paid for those items. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. Let's get started with what I'm wearing today. It is early morning here in southern Indiana. It's a little dreary outside, so I am all warm and cozy in my toaster sweater. This is my first version of the Sew House 7 toaster sweater. I made a size extra large. I picked up this pattern in the Black Friday sales last year, so I thought it was appropriate to wear that in today's video. And besides that, it's amazingly comfortable. It has the turtleneck neckline, which I'd never liked on any other garment that I've ever owned, but I love it on this shirt. It has cuffs at the sleeves, really long cuffs, which I love. It has a band at the bottom. This is just an amazing pattern. If you have not tried the toaster sweater, it is worth all the hype it gets out there in the sewing community, trust me. I made it in a blue rib knit from a bundle at Walmart, and it is one of my favorite sweatshirts that I have ever made. So warm and cozy today for this dreary kind of morning that we have here in Indiana. So let's get into the Black Friday haul. So I did a video a couple of weeks ago about what I was looking for on Black Friday. They were mostly PDF patterns. If you've been following me for a little while, you know that I have a very large fabric stash, so I was trying to stay away from the fabric, but I was really interested in a lot of patterns. Now, I keep a running list all year long of what patterns I am really interested in. If I really want to sew that up right then, I will purchase the pattern. But if I have no plans for it and I really just kind of like it and maybe would one day want to make it, I put it on my little list, and then I wait for this sale season and try to pick those up then. So I did manage to purchase several that were on my list from that video. I did not get several, and I will tell you which ones I didn't get, and then I got a few extra. So let's jump into my Black Friday. I will give you the company that I bought from, I will give you their percentage off, and then I will give you regular price and then what I actually got the pattern or item for. I thought that might be really great to look back on next year and see what were these pattern companies doing percentage wise or what their pricing was a year ago. So I'm just going to document all of that. If it's just for me, that's okay. If you're not interested, let's just see what beautiful things that I picked up. So the first one that I was able to pick up is off my list that I had a video about, and that is the Allie Olsen Highlands wrap dress. I actually have my copy in hand. So I purchased that. She's been having her sale for a week and some days now, so I purchased this as soon as her email came to my inbox, and I've got it already in hand. So this is the Allie Olsen Highlands wrap dress, a beautiful wrap style dress. It's a different kind of silhouette for me. It's not billowy, it's more form-fitting, so we will see how I like it. And I like that I have a paper copy. Sometimes I like to have a paper copy in hand. So Allie Olsen is a new company to me. I've never bought any of their patterns before. They don't have very many patterns, but what they have is very beautiful. So go check their company out if you have not done so already. She had 20% off of all of her patterns site-wide. So I picked up that paper copy, which was originally $22, for $17.60 with free shipping. Now, if you're in the US, Allie Olsen patterns have free shipping all the time. So it was, even though the pattern was a little more expensive than the digital copy, I was gonna have to get the digital copy printed off anyway. So for a couple dollars more and then free shipping, yeah, give me that, that paper copy. So free shipping to the US all the time. The next company that I purchased from is a little bit of fabric. Now, I am really proud of myself this Black Friday. I did not buy any fabric that was not meant for a gift this holiday season. So I was able to rein myself in and step away from all the fabric sale temptations, and there were a lot of them, especially in my email, that my fabric companies that I love to buy from online, but I resisted. I purchased one piece of fabric from the Highland Fabric Company. If you've never heard of them, go look them up. It's got a really cute little Highland cow. That is their little logo. I think that's probably what drew me to their company. Honestly, it's so cute. So they have a lot of neat knit fabrics, and they make panels, which is really hard to find. I like panels, like printed panels, to make Addie some little clothes with. So I found her the perfect thing for this holiday season. I picked up a panel of this darling little reindeer face. So cute. They got the little girly eyelashes, and it's just darling. It's on this super soft polyester jersey fabric. It's not curling, which is really, really impressive. It's just super soft, and I'm going to make that the front of her little jammies, and then pair that with this darling little, it's upside down, deer fabric that I purchased from Olga's Closet. This was an exclusive that I purchased from Olga's Closet about a month ago probably. So yeah, that's gonna be so darling. A pair of Grow With Me pajamas from Ellie and Mac for Addie June for Christmas. So I paid $7.99 for this panel, and I also got free shipping from, I think that was a Black Friday deal. I don't think they have free shipping all the time, but the Highland Fabric Company was offering free shipping for their Black Friday deal, and I've got this panel for $7.99. So I was really, really excited to get that, and I'm excited to sew that up for Addie June for Christmas. Moving on, now this one was a shocker. I have visited Missouri Star Quilt Company a million times in my quilting kind of arena of my handmade life. I love to quilt. I have quilted a lot previously before I got into garment sewing, and Missouri Star Quilt Company was a go-to for me for ordering fabric and notions and all the things. So I was on there this weekend looking at their Black Friday deals, and they had some sales going on, and I was really looking for Mom for Christmas ideas for her, and I stumbled across an apparel section, an apparel pattern section at Missouri Star Quilt Company. I was floored, and furthermore, she had the cashmere pembroke dress and tunic, I believe, I'm gonna pop some pictures up of it, for sale in her sale bin for $10. So I am getting the paper copy of the cashmere pembroke dress and tunic, I think is what it's called, for $10 from Missouri Star for their Black Friday deal. And I purchased that on the day this week that had free shipping, so I paid nothing for shipping for that pattern. So I was completely shocked, and I'm like, this is amazing, and I didn't even know they were a resource for apparel patterns. So I will be checking back with Missouri Star and monitoring their sales for sure. So that is what I purchased from Missouri Star this Black Friday. Obviously, I had to visit Little Lizard King. I love their patterns. I've talked about them a lot here on my channel. I just made a beautiful dress for my daughter for Thanksgiving with one of their patterns, their Roanoke pattern, and I knew that I needed to go visit their Black Friday sale. So they were having 50% off site-wide, and these are the ones that I picked up. These are all PDF patterns. So I picked up the Liberty dress. It is a beautiful little dress that I'd just been kind of hemming and hawing over. I hadn't picked that one up for Addie yet. It has a detail here on the bodice, kind of like a yoke, and you can do some decorative kind of things in it. And I did pick up a decorative pattern as well. They have some hand embroidery patterns, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. So the Liberty dress was originally $9.50, and then with 50% off, I was able to get that for $4.75. So here's the hand embroidery pattern that I picked up. It's called the Daphne, and it is just beautiful, and I really want to start embellishing Addie's clothes more, maybe personalizing them a little bit. So I picked up this pattern, this Daphne embroidery pattern. It was originally $6.95, and I purchased that for $3.48 with the 50% off. And then the last one that I picked up from Little Lizard King is the Castella undies. I picked this up for Addie. She's not potty trained yet, but we are hopeful. So one day she will need some little undies, and I picked up that pattern for her in anticipation. So that pattern excuse me, that pattern was $7.95 original price. With the 50% off, it was $3.98 roughly. So that was the Little Lizard King patterns. Next was another given. I had to visit the Ellie and Mac sale that was going on. And as I told one of my friends here and commenting, it was hard for me to find a pattern that I didn't already have from Ellie and Mac. Love their patterns, make them all the time. I talk about them all the time. You're probably sick of hearing about them, but they are an amazing pattern company, and they were offering $3 for every single pattern that they have on their website, barring their sale, which they also had their weekly sale ones going on as well, and then they have free patterns. So it was an amazing deal. Usually they're $5.95, which is an amazing deal anyway, but $3 was practically the sale price, the weekly sale price. I picked up the shower cap and hair wrap tutorial pattern. I mentioned a couple Fridays ago that I was looking to try the hair wrap with some towel remnant fabric that I picked up, and a lovely viewer showed me this pattern, and I needed to give it a try. I already love tutorials from Ellie and Mac, so it was a given. So I'm gonna give that one a try, and I did indeed purchase that pattern for $3. And then the next pattern that I picked up is their brand new Heart and Soul twist dress and shirt pattern. And I just think this dress is so flattering. I think that beautiful detail there in the middle just draws everything in, and it just can be really beautiful on a lot of body types. So for $3, I'm going to give that pattern a try. And then the last pattern that I picked up from Ellie and Mac was a free pattern. It's the Snuggle Blanket. You've probably seen it before. It's super cozy, and I thought maybe if I have time, I'm probably not going to have time, but if I have time this holiday season, I will sew up that snuggle blanket for Addie for Christmas. I know that she would love that. The next pattern company that I went to visit was Peekaboo Patterns. I have made one of their patterns before. It was a really great pattern. They gave you a lot of options in one pattern, which I really appreciated. So a lot of bang for your buck. And I just really liked how their instructions were. So I wanted to try out a few more patterns from Peekaboo Patterns. So they were having a 40% off sale. So I picked up 4 patterns from them. I think I spent the most money at Peekaboo Patterns, even though they don't have really terrible prices for their patterns. I just bought the most there. So what I picked up was these baby bodysuits. My little brother, he's in his 20s, him and his wife are having their first baby boy in February, and I want to sew up some things for them. So I picked up these baby bodysuits, originally priced $9.95. With the 40% off, they were $5.97. So I was excited to get all of those views for that sale price. The next one that I picked up is again for my brother's new little baby. It's called the Slumber Sleep Sack. My brother's wife wants to swaddle him in these sleep sacks, and I did sleep sacks with Addie. They're very useful, and so I want to sew this up for baby boy coming in February. They have snaps at the shoulders, and that's the only point of entry, so it should not be too difficult, right? So that pattern was $7.95 original price, and I got that for $4.77. The next two patterns were for myself that I picked up from Peekaboo Patterns. The first one is this tiered skirt. I think the concept was just really interesting to me. So it is a tiered skirt, which draws me right in, but then it has built-in shorts underneath it to become a skirt. And I am on the hunt, I've probably talked about it on my channel before, I'm on the hunt for a unicorn skirt. I love wearing athletic skirts in the summer, if it's really hot here in Indiana, which it does get really hot. It is just so nice to just slip into an athletic skirt and not worry about a jean skirt or, you know, some kind of fancy skirt. So I am on the hunt for that unicorn of a pattern, and I just want to give this one a try. I love a tiered skirt, love it, and to have built-in shorts underneath it, a plus. So I picked up that pattern for $5.97 as well. Its original price was $9.95. And then the last pattern is another sweatshirt. Oh, Tiffany. I know, I could not keep myself from getting this Saturday sweatshirt. It was just looked so cozy. It's one of their newer patterns, and I saw it when it came out, and I just sat on it, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I need another sweatshirt pattern. Well, the 40% off lured me in, so I purchased that Saturday sweatshirt pattern for $5.97 as well. Its original price was $9.95. So that is the patterns that I picked up from Peekaboo Patterns. The next pattern company, it was on my list. It's been on my list all fall. Jennifer Lauren Handmade had 30% off all of her patterns, so I snuck over to her website and I did indeed pick up the Dulcie Pinafore. I've been eyeballing this pattern all fall. I want to sew up a little mommy and me pinafore version with some corduroy. If you haven't seen my plans for fall and winter, I will show you a picture here of what the video looks like so you can go find it in my list. I have some beautiful corduroy that I need to get busy with on these pinafores. And now I have my pattern. So I picked up the Dulcie Pinafore for $10.15. It had been $14.50, so with the 30% off, it was a really good deal. Then while I was there at Jennifer Lauren Handmade, I had to just take a gander around of what else she had to offer. I love the style of Jennifer Lauren Handmade. It's definitely more vintage, more retro feeling, and I just think it's beautiful. I don't know if it looks that great on me, so we're gonna give it a try. I picked up the Gable bundle. I have heard a ton about the Gable shirt, and a lot of people have sewn that one up, and it's been very popular. So I went ahead and picked up the bundle. The bundle is the shirt and the dress version of the Gable. So I love a dress. So I went ahead and picked up the dress as well with the shirt. So that bundle was originally $18, and I got it for $12.60 with the 30% off. So that is what I purchased from Jennifer Lauren Handmade. The next one I went to visit was Itch to Stitch, and I was waiting for this one as well. I have been eyeballing the Fistera dress since its release, which was not very long ago was the release of the Fistera, so I probably would have been better off getting in the launch sale, honestly. Looking back, this sale, the Black Friday sale for the Fistera was probably not as good as what the launch sale was, so I need to keep that in mind for future. But Itch to Stitch was offering 20% off their new patterns, which was the Fistera and a couple others, so I was able to get 20% off the Fistera, which made it $11.20 from an original price of $14. And then the last one that I picked up was not actually a Black Friday sale. If you follow Love Notions, they do a feature Friday almost every Friday. They give you a sale price on one of their original patterns. It's not dumbed down. It's the original version with all the options. And this last Friday, Black Friday, was the Compose robe. and I have a few plans for robes, so I thought I would pick that one up. It was only $5 and I was able to pick up that full pattern for their sale price on Friday. So was there any disappointments with your Black Friday sales? Let me run through a few that I was either disappointed or they didn't have a sale yet, and I'm still hoping for a sale. So the big one that I was disappointed with was Joann's, and Joann's did have Simplicity patterns for $1.99, but the patterns in my stores were still the spring and the summer patterns, which I've already, used. I've already went and looked at, and I've already got what I wanted. And so they didn't have any of the new collections of a fall or anything like that collection out. And that was just disappointing to me. I really wanted in on some new patterns from Simplicity, so I did not pick up any patterns this weekend from Joann's. I'm gonna look at my list here of what the patterns that I wanted and to compare what sales were not out there on Black Friday, just for future reference. So I was really interested in two Friday Pattern Company patterns, the Wilder and the Sagebrush, and Friday Pattern Company did not have a sale this Black Friday that I could see, so I'm gonna keep those on my list. I still want, so I'll keep my eye out on Friday Pattern Company or a shop that carries their patterns. The next company is the Pattern Emporium Pattern Company, and someone had warned me that Pattern Emporium doesn't have a Black Friday sale, and that is totally fine. I totally understand. Not everybody has to jump on the wagon of a Black Friday sale. Someone had told me in the comments that Pattern Emporium usually does a Boxing Day sale, so I couldn't remember from last year when I had picked up a bunch of Pattern Emporium patterns, so I will be on the lookout for a Pattern Emporium sale here in the coming weeks, you guys. Christmas is coming. It's coming fast. That is my Black Friday haul. A lot of patterns. It was pattern heavy this year, guys, and at least I was able to stay away from most of the fabric sales. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. I would love to welcome you into my community. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this kind of content, and leave me a comment down below. Do you have any of these patterns? Have you sewn any of these up? Does anything look interesting to you? And by all means, please let me know if you got in on any great Black Friday sales. I would love to know what you picked up. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me today, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.